Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Sign Motion, and thank you for watching. Guys, this is the first indie view of the new year 2015, and usually when I do indie views, guys, I have like these notes with like, you know, the dates and, you know, little things that I like to read about the game, but today I decided to do things a little differently. I'm like, you know, it's a new year, let's try something new. I'm going to go a little bit more loose. Try a little bit more free here, just go off script and talk about the game in a more natural fashion and see how that goes. Now, Sign Motion is a game that actually came out in October 2014. I requested it actually a long time ago, but the developer didn't get back to me for a while, but eventually he did, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll still review the game. It's pretty cool looking, but that's why it's a bit of an older game, plus, you know, my appendix exploded, which kind of sucked, but, you know, hey, things happen. Sign Motion is a puzzle platformer. The first game of the year I'm reviewing is a puzzle platformer. Oh well, that's okay though. Puzzle platformers are still plenty of fun, guys. Just for you to understand though, this game was developed by a one-man development team called Midnart. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Midnart? Yeah, Midnart. They made everything. They did the music, they did the programming, they did the graphics. So it was a one-man development team. So let's just keep that in mind when we're playing Sign Motion, because Sign Motion has its issues, but it's also, in my opinion, kind of an accomplishment for a one-man development team. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to check out the options, of course, and this is kind of where the area where I first have my couple of issues here. There is jack diddly squat for resolution control in this game. You can turn off the music, you can manipulate the sounds, but that's basically it. The game does feature controller support, which is very nice also, because, you know, it's a puzzle platformer. You know, having that correct jumping precision is always nice. And one thing I will say is that kind of nice is they do allow you to kind of switch sexes here of your little sign person. We'll go ahead and play girl. What the hell? Why not? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game and see what basically the way the game starts off with. Did I have to? Okay, good. Okay, so we did start at the beginning. So this is our character right here. And as you can see, the entire world is made up of signs. Yes, those signs that you see on the side of the road, stop signs, crosswalk signs, even international signs make their way into this game. Which, matter of fact, from what I understand, a great amount of detail and research went into those international signs. And basically, as far as, you know, controls go, what type of game it is, you're going to be looking at something like Limbo or Monochroma, which is a game we did a Let's Play series on, where you're just kind of just traversing, you know, problems, figuring out how to get past certain things using boxes and whatever have you. And the controls are very simplistic as well. I mean, you have WASD, or you can use your controller. I'm using my keyboard and mouse. I basically can hit spacebar and it allows me to jump. That's kind of it as far as controls go. I mean, it's a really simplistic game. It's nothing too complicated. Oh, so I guess the music was done by Gabe Castro. Okay, but it was okay. Is that who they created the game too? I'm not sure. What? No, wait, no. Okay, so I should have mentioned something. I have beaten this game actually, which probably is what just happened there. So we're gonna want to go back. All the way back to the beginning of the game here. Silly Martyr. Yes, I have actually taken the time and beaten this entire game. It was very enjoyable. Alright, let's go with that one. Are we loading? Are we loading? Okay, yes, we're loading. Good. So that's how the game starts, basically. Your sign gets hit by a car. And just bad things happen, I guess you could say. And you're separated from your parent. Aww. And it just plays with this kind of world of signs, guys. And it does it in a really cute, you know, adorable fashion. As you're kind of manipulating signs, dealing with other signs and kind of like fire hazards. And you see that number up there that says 100? Well, that kind of lets you know how far you are in the game. And actually, the game goes from 100 to, like, I think 3. And then basically that's the end of the game. So you can kind of always keep an eye on where your progress is by those numbers, basically. So let's continue moving along here. And the game does, of course, add more and more complexities as you head forward. It does some really cool things that I really like. Like, it starts having you combine shapes and stuff to create, like, well, vehicles and things like that, which I was kind of shocked by. And I thought, oh, that's really cool. And maybe, depending on how things go here, we'll show some of that off. So as you can see here, like for instance, signs are starting to move. I can climb. I thought I could climb up there. Can I climb up there? Can you? Okay, apparently I cannot climb up there. So that's just not going to happen. Okay, but you can normally grab onto the side of things. Oh, God. Dead. Now, yes, you will die. There is a lot of scenarios in which you will die. And that is one of the things that you're either going to like about the game or it's going to drive you nuts. In my case, it kind of drove me nuts occasionally because as in Limbo or Monochroma, it doesn't really instantly restart. It takes a while to get back to where you were. So it takes about 6 seconds. And that can be just a little bit, and especially in a game where you're going to be dying a lot, or if you're making a lot of mistakes, it can get a little bit frustrating, but it's not necessarily the world's biggest deal. It was just something I noticed that kind of got just a little bit on my nerves. We're on Broadway Street. Usually isn't that sign supposed to be green? But yeah, I mean, when I first started playing the game, I was immediately kind of entranced by it, guys. I was like, this game's really cool looking. I like the concept. It's really, the ideas were neat. Now you can grab onto boxes simply by pressing the control button. Like so. Push them around, as you can imagine, then use them to get over, obstacles and things that areas to get to the next area. And you'll be doing that a lot as you play this game, of course. Dealing with car! You'll be dealing with, vehicles and boxes and all sorts of crazy stuff. Now that's going to start sliding towards me. Ah! You tried to get me, but you failed. I'm better than you. Okay, so as you can see now we're at 94 out of 100. So we're basically making progress here. And this is kind of how the flow of the game kind of goes. You basically deal with objects, cars or ropes or, other physics dangers. And it's just a very simplistic game, kind of like Limbo and Monochroma was. It's very simplistic and easy to play, but the puzzles do get a little bit challenging and a little bit frustrating also later on. Of course, now we gotta just use a little bit of rope physics here. Push back and forth, just pressing A and D here. Swingity swing, swingity swing, swingity swing. Oh, I did it. Nice job. Very good, very good. Yeah, let's keep moving along here. The graphics, like I said, they're very stylized, very neat. I think they're pretty cool. Even though they're very minimalistic, I think it's really neat, the idea of using, signs or, objects like this where you could see already what's going to happen right here. Come on, you can tell. Oh, they're supposed to fall that way. I just ate that rock right in the face, man. Just pow! I'm like, hey, rock, give me a kiss. There's another aspect is sometimes depending on where your checkpoint was, it'll send you a little bit farther back than you were before. And that can get a little frustrating, but it's not necessarily a big deal. But it does become a big deal later on in certain areas. Can I grab those rocks? No, if I touch those rocks, they're going to kill me. I'll just die. Duh. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's swing a ling here. Climb down. Climb down. Swing. Am I hanging off that guy's nuts? Oh no, it's a rope. Okay. I'm like, what the hell? Oh dear God. Why are all these rocks trying to get me, guys? Okay, let's try that again. I'm sure there's no more rocks up there. He says, ha ha ha. Oh, balls. Okay. Whoa! Alright, we gotta be careful where we are on the rope because we can still get hit by one of those rocks if they're going really fast. Alright. There's no more rocks. I'm perfectly sure there's just no more rocks. Oh, I guess there isn't. Okay, cool. Oh! I screwed up. Oh, God. Do I have to do that all over again? Really? Okay, now good. Phew. I was going to be upset there. I was like, oh, come on. I missed one jump. Swing, little girl, swing. Yeah, so you have the option to play either a boy sign or a girl sign. I think that's a really cute little thing to include there. They didn't have to do that, and that was pretty sweet of them. But yeah, I mean, graphically speaking, it's very entertaining. It's a weird concept, but it's cool, and it works for the game. It does the game justice, as it were. Even though, of course, the graphics are kind of minimalistic. But again, it's a one-man development team, guys. It's, it's pretty hard to develop a game all by your lonesome here. So I can't really, you know... Hey there. Oh, I'm dead. Take a quick drink there. The game also does feature all sorts of Steamy goodness, Steam achievements, Steam cards. If you're into that kind of Steam stuff, it is there available for you. And the game is, by the way, only $9.99, which is it's pretty, you know, compared to some other indie games, it is cheaper than some. But the game also is shorter than some. I got about 4 or is it supposed to go this way? I forgot. I think I'm supposed to go this way. I only got about 4 hours. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours out of the game. Now, depending on how good you are at solving puzzles, you know, and you know, general platforming games. All right, that's what's gonna happen here. Wait, aren't you supposed to do something with this, dude? That's right. Ah, you see, there's a shark there now. It ripped off the edge of the side. He's like, oh my god. What is that shark doing to him? Whoa. Naughty, naughty. Bad shark. Stop that shark. Oh my god. That's just wrong. Or that, or Martyr has a dirty mind, which is very possible. Because I am, you know, slightly sick and demented. But yeah, I got about 4 or 5 hours of the game. You know, depending on how good you are at these types of games like Limbo and Monochroma, these all kind of fall under this genre of games. You'll get more or less out of the game. And the game, you know, unfortunately doesn't have much replay value because once you beat it, there's no, you know, new game plus mode. There's just simply a, you know, end of the game. You see the ending, but the game itself is still really enjoyable. I had a lot of fun. I will sometimes say raging fun. There will be times where you will rage. Oh, that's an interesting sign. I've never seen that one before. There will be times where you will... What the hell's wrong with that guy? There will be times where you will rage at this game, guys, and you will get frustrated at certain aspects. Now we're going to avoid this drip. Drippity drip. They're introducing chemical elements. Oh no. It actually becomes kind of like a big deal later on. Oh, he wants to check out the chick. And she knocked him on his ass. 82, as you can see now, out of 100. And that's only about, you know, we've only been playing the game for about 12 minutes. But I don't want you to think the game's easy, because there's a little bit of like a difficulty spike later on in the game. Like things just, oh shit. Should have been paying more attention. The game just kind of like, it shoots up in difficulty. Like massively. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention something. I forget what button it is. What the heck? Why are things changing? Oh, I didn't know that. You could press the 1, 2 keys, and apparently kind of changes up the graphics a little bit here. That's kind of cool. There is a button you could press, and I forget what it is. What's the hint system? There's a hint system in the game. And I forget what button it is. Maybe there isn't one right now. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. And then there's like a hint system in the game that can help you with your problems. Like if you get stuck on a particular puzzle, it'll tell you what to do. And we're stuck. This is one of those things where the game does have issues occasionally. You'll get stuck on the side of ledges or, you know, whatever have you. It's not necessarily... There's still a little bit of bugs here and there, and that is a little bit disappointing for a game that's been out for a while. You just get caught on certain edges. The physics of it all just... just depends on where it is and how you land on certain objects. Now, there is a button. I forget what it is. It's driving me nuts. Oh, is that it? No. Maybe? Yeah, it's H. Okay. Alright, so let's continue along here. And maybe I can show that off. No? Okay, well, because we're in between puzzles. We're at 80 right now. The game has like a hint system, which I think is really clever. Something they added, I think, at the beginning of December. Which kind of gives you like a hint of what you're supposed to do for any particular puzzle. So... come on. Are you serious? It is the H button, right? Maybe because I beat the game already, it's like, screw you, you're not getting any more hints. Let's see here. No, maybe? Come on, you could help me out here, game. Come on now. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so as you can see, as you hit the H button, you can hold it down, and it'll start revealing hints to you as to what you're supposed to do to kind of conquer this puzzle. In this case, we have a heavy chemical drip. And this is definitely one of the puzzles that kind of frustrated me as far as the game goes. Because basically what you need to do, here, I'll just show you. I'll hold on the H button. You need to literally make yourself like a little shield here to kind of protect you from the gas. Now, it isn't necessarily the world's easiest thing to do, though. Because, again, you have to play with the physics of things, and you have to kind of finagle the boxes to land in a very specific manner, basically. Okay, so we're going to want to... This one's going to want to go up, I think, right? I don't remember. I think it's... No, this one wants to go on its side, like this one. I'm pretty sure. It's going to fall on its side. Okay, like that. Okay, good. And then we... No, because now we got to get it on top of this one. Gosh dang it. Maybe like that? Okay, okay, perfect. Hold on. Get on top of there. Okay, and then we're going to want to grab this box. Oh, balls. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you going to do this to me, game? Okay, well, we'll try this again. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Pretty sure I just borked everything up. Yeah, I sure did. You get the basic idea. You have to kind of play with the physics of things. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this part of the game and head to a little bit of a deeper part of the game. And show you a little bit deeper into the game here. Because, you know, things get pretty... We'll go with Ruasita. I don't remember what the specific point of this part of the game is. Oh, this is the chemical one. So as you get deeper and deeper into the game, you start having to deal with, you know, of course, different kinds of adversities. Like, for instance, this gas thing. It kills you instantly, as you can see. If you get in contact with it, if you touch it, it kills you instantly. And eventually this gas starts chasing you. And you have to ride balloons, or not a balloon, an umbrella. And you know, the elements of the game get more complicated. And they start introducing new elements. But again, they also kind of, at the second half of the game, they start reusing the same elements in just different ways. Like you have like this balloon ride thing and this motorcycle like moment where you need to make jumps and time things carefully. And it's cool when you first encounter it, but then they kind of repeat it and just make it a little bit more harder. And that is, well, I understand that, you know, again, it's a one-man development team. It just feels like that was, they were just trying to squeeze in content, which can get a little bit, you know, oh god, just jump, oh god, blah. Stupid girl got killed because the person controlling her is stupid. So yeah, I'm not saying holding that against them. It just feels like it repeats itself eventually. As you get deeper into the game, gosh dang balls, sacks. And this is also one of the parts where the difficulty kind of kicks up, ramps up, and things just get kind of frustrating. It starts becoming a lot of instant death moments, as it were. And you just need to start, you know, timing your jumps and planning things very carefully. As that green gas, oh god, oh great, I'm dead, I'm stuck. Another one of those situations where I can jump maybe out of this, but as you can see, the green gas is going to engulf me by the time I get to that out. Son of a bitch. So, you know, the game still does have issues. But again, I think it's a pretty fun game. It entertained me. And I wanted to see what the end was. How about that? Even though the game still has issues, and I will say that is a little strange for how long the game's been out now. But again, you know, I mean, it's a one-man development team. Maybe he wanted to like work on other projects. Maybe he got other things in mind. You know, we can't really say much. I don't know how to program. I missed that jump. I've been so pissed off myself. So yeah, we're running away from the gas, as you can see here. I don't really remember this particular part in the game. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I remember this part. Okay, so right here we need to create like a little lift for us. The only way to do that, though, is to create like a little rock bridge. I need to get out of the way of the rocks. Otherwise, they're going to kill me. So we got 1 rock. 2 rock. And then 3 rock. 3 rock. And then we push it back up. You can see the green gases. Oh god, we're going to die. We're dead. Yep, that's it. I didn't time it very carefully. I didn't do it very well. But you get the basic idea of how you're manipulating objects and different aspects of the game here, guys. And eventually, like I say, it just kind of repeats itself in the second half of the game with things just getting harder and kind of upping that rage difficulty factor quite a bit. And depending on how you land on certain objects and how something may fall on you and get you stuck, it can feel like you get cheated a little bit when you do die. And also the checkpoints later on in the game, depending on the event that you're dealing with, it sets you completely back at the beginning. Like the umbrella events were the most frustrating thing in the world because they would reset you to the very beginning and you'd have to go through it all over again. It's pretty much the same with the motorcycle thing. Even though the motorcycle thing was more fast-paced and I enjoyed it more. But you get the basic idea of side motion, guys. It's a fun game. I had a good time with it. It's cheaper than the average indie game. I would say grab it while it's on sale. I think it's fun if you especially enjoy puzzle platformers like this. Even though puzzle platformers, are abundant these days, is what I will say. But Side Motion does manage to be, kind of unique with its visuals and its music and all that. It's all very well done with manipulation of signs, and it's using a surfboard or whatever not surfboard, but pushing that sign into the guy who's swimming and it turned into a shark. That kind of humor and that kind of thing is pretty unique in my opinion. And that's what I liked about the game. Like I said, as far as replay value goes, there really isn't much. You're going to beat the game. It's going to be one of those games you're going to put down and come back to later. There is still some bugs, as you saw during the course of this video. I'm not sure if those are going to get patched out or not. They may not. Buyer beware. As always, thank you guys for watching. Big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, guys, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. Till next time, like I always say, play more indie games.